Do you ever feel controlled by your emotions? Maybe you've suddenly realized you've been doom scrolling on social media and then get up from the couch in a bad mood. Or maybe you got a message from your boss that says, "Can we talk Friday?" and the rest of the week you're riddled with anxiety and can't focus on work. It's no secret that our emotions are being used to influence us on social media. Social media companies even have mood tracking logs and emotional data to calculate how to promote products to us in a way that trigger the highest emotional response. Maybe it would be better to be more like Spock from Star Trek. Spock is half human and half Vulcan. The Vulcans are known for their lack of emotions and emphasize the virtues of being logical instead of emotional, having completely removed emotions from their daily lives. But we're not Vulcans. Sometimes we trick ourselves into thinking we're being logical when really we're being emotional. Let's say you let your friend borrow your video game for a day. Then you start to feel jealous that your friend gets to play instead of you, and you try to rationalize. Well, I want to play video games, therefore I should take my video game back from my friend. You may try to use logic, but really you're letting your emotions drive you to a decision that would be hurtful to your friend. Some of the science behind how our brains work actually explains this. The amygdala is the brain structure that registers emotions, especially fear and anxiety. When triggered, our brain and bodies go into a fight, flight, or freeze response that produces hormones to prepare our body for impending danger. Imagine our ancestors trying to survive out there in the wild. Suddenly, there's a sound of a bear off in the bushes. Your brain registers this familiar sound and prepares your body to fight or run. Hormones are produced that elevate your heart rate, prioritizing your body's muscles and eyesight over digestion or long-term biological processes. You need all your resources directed at either running or fighting for your life. The part of your brain responsible for reason, thinking, planning, and decision-making are overridden when this amygdala hijack occurs. Today, we rarely find ourselves in a situation where we need to fight a bear. But sometimes our bodies interpret something like a message from our boss or a tense comment from our spouse as being just as dangerous as a bear in the bushes. When we're in this amygdala hijack, it is more difficult for us to think rationally. We react much more emotionally in these situations because our entire nervous system is on high alert. We need to try to calm ourselves down so that our brain's frontal lobes, the part of our brain's cerebral cortex that regulates voluntary actions like thinking and reasoning, can take over. As human persons, we have these two strong powers, the power to think and the power to feel. But this brings up a third, very strong component of the human person, our free will. We can think and feel, but ultimately we are the ones making a decision. Surely our reason can be faulty, or we can wrongly talk ourselves into decisions, and we can also be overwhelmed by our emotions to the point of being swayed by them completely. But we all still have to deal with the responsibility we have for our actions. Interestingly, even though the question of whether or not we have free will has been debated for hundreds of years, we all have an experience of free will, and thus feel the responsibility that comes with it. As humans, we think, feel, and decide to act. So the big questions we're left with are, how do we integrate our reason and our emotions so they don't mislead us? And if we're able to achieve this self-mastery, what will we use our freedom for?
This is the Catechism of the Catholic Church. It's the official summary written by the Church of everything Catholics believe. But if the contents of this catechism are unlocked, it can change the world. We believe the Catechism isn't a dry, dusty textbook. It's a gift. It's the faithful echo of a God who desires to reveal himself to us. We're creating content that's relevant, watchable, the type of content you want to share with your friends. And all of this will be free to the world and translated into multiple languages.
Relationships are that way for sure. It's about getting to know someone and then trusting that person.
Relaciones son así. Se trata de conocer a alguien y luego confiar en ese.
Dépendait fréquemment de la foi des gens en lui et en son pouvoir.
Dependia da fé das pessoas nele. Jesus também foi modelo de fé porque confiou.
We're transforming the letter into a living voice for the modern world. We're creating videos, stories, animations, podcasts, social media. We're creating content that's relevant, watchable, the type of content you want to share with your friends. To help people fall in love with the Catechism, the church, and the heart of the catechism, Jesus. Join us and help unlock the catechism for the world. Join in the project to retransform the letter into a living voice.